can you just tell me, like Brian mentioned, you had 22 points, and you guys were just driving to the rim a lot and drawing a lot of fouls, but still kind of came up short. How could you have executed better, and what was working well for you today?
Um, I think we all could have played harder. I don't think it's necessarily what we could have did on the offensive end. I think it all boils down to just effort and playing harder. We was doing a good job, like you said, getting to the rim. So I don't think it was any problems on the offensive end. More just when we needed it, we didn't get a stop. So that was what it came down to.
Yeah, and like you said, not necessarily on the offensive end, but in terms of defense, it seemed like they were kind of picking apart the zone a little bit tonight. So how could you have adjusted better in terms of that?
Um, we just needed to fly around more, close out the shooters harder, just all together play hard, play harder.
Yeah, and Shelton and Warren specifically caused some issues for you guys, especially on the perimeter. How could you have minimized them better in the game?
Yeah, they were hitting shots tonight. Just flying around, running them off the line, making them shoot twos instead of threes. That was a big point of emphasis before we came in, and we just came up short and getting them off the line and stopping them from shooting their threes.
Yeah, I think that's all for me. Thank you, James.
All right,
Thanks, man.
no problem.
Ready to get 'em off. Rest up. Ready to get 'em off. I'll text you later. Coach will have an opening statement, and then go ahead with questions.
Yeah, man, great effort there by Hampton. Man, they're a really talented team, and they really finished the year off well. We just got to continue to get better. I think our love has to continue to grow within that locker room. I think that's the biggest area we're striving for right now. We're able to get our love to the level that allows us to be at our very best. We're going to be really tough to stop, and right now we're just not there. And so we just got to continue to build our level of experience with it. And when we do, we're going to be a really scary team. And so I'll be excited for that day because these press conferences will be a lot more fun.
Thanks, Coach. The defense gave up 15 offensive rebounds tonight, and you guys had some trouble with the perimeter. How could you have adjusted the zone a bit better?
Yeah, I think the scary thing is that our defense was getting pretty good. I mean, we had 10 stops in a row at one point, 5 stops in a row at one point, and then we just kind of ran out of gas there about midway through the second half, which was surprising. Taking a couple risks and a couple gambles that were really uncharacteristic. What we had done through the course of the game, and things happen. We're trying to stretch that lead out on them, and sometimes when that happens, as you're learning how to win, you're learning that route. You're a little bit undisciplined there, and when every time we were undisciplined, they made a play that hurt us, and then you're in a dogfight. I thought we could have got out on shooters better, but for the most part, they were 22% in the first half, and they had taken a ton of them. We had done a great job defensively up until that point, by midway through the second half. The turnovers again hurt us. 17 turnovers hurt us again, because those are opportunities where we're scoring the ball at such a high level right now, or getting to the free throw line, that if we get those down to 12 or 13 like normal, we're in a pretty good place, and we're just not there yet. And we're under construction. We just got to keep getting better.
Hey, Coach, you have a lot of moving players, and your offense still looks so good, and you have so many options. How is it coming along, melding these guys together where they kind of know where their shots are coming from and just when to take them?
Yeah, that's a great point, and I think we're doing a lot of good things on offense. I mean, I felt like we really took a step tonight than where we were against Navy. And I think it's just going to take time. I mean, these guys haven't played with a guy like James Bishop before, who's electric with the basketball and can score at any time. And, so they're all getting used to playing with a different style point guard with James. And again, he's a very, very talented player. And Jameer's really stepped into his own a little bit, his ability to score and get to the front of the rim and how fast he's playing, and James in battle. So we got a lot of great offensive points, and there are so many options, and guys are open. We just got to simply finish. And I think we probably had us down for 14 missed layups tonight. That really stretches the lead out there. And, I couldn't remember a time we really took too many bad shots. We were getting kind of what we wanted. It's just about going in there and finishing and having that right mentality. And, I'm encouraged because I felt like we took a step offensively because the quality of shots we were getting were excellent. But we definitely got to finish them, and that would have changed the outcome tonight.
Could you talk a little bit about Jameer? It just seems like in the offseason, he has grown so much over one offseason. He looks so much more relaxed, so much smoother out on the floor. Could you just kind of describe his development?
Yeah, he's an amazing player, and it's been a lot of fun coaching him, and just continue to get to know him, and the growth he was able to have going into his sophomore year has been really special, and I think he's just still learning how to put it all together. Shooting the ball better from the outside, making better decisions offensively. Is going to get to the free throw line a ton. He's just a good player, and it's been fun to watch. He got a chance during quarantine to really, redevelop some things with his shooting touch, and him and his father really spent a lot of time together, and I think you're really seeing the progress of that. He's got such great resources with his father, and his dad just does an unbelievable job with him, helping him improve and get better. And it's been fun to watch that, and again, I'm looking forward to watching him kind of put it all together once we all kind of get on the same page offensively.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
And Coach, back to the turnovers that you mentioned, I know that was an issue last game as well. What do you think is the underlying cause there, and how will you be addressing that going forward?
Yeah, well, we're trying to play faster, and I think it's great for our offense. I think that's why we're generating so many really good looks. We just gotta learn when to deliver the ball, and that's gonna happen some. Quite honestly, when you're trying to play faster, you're gonna be prone to turn the ball over more. You have different guys handling the ball. A year ago it was really Armel Potter handling the ball almost the entire time, and now we're letting Jamison Battle handle some. And Chase Parr led the break tonight and made a great pass and a great play. And as we're trying to expand each one of these guys to allow us to be more dominant and to score quicker, there's gonna be some mistakes that are made. The biggest thing we have to do is just keep learning from our mistakes. I mean, that's the biggest thing. We just can't make the same mistake twice. And again, trying to play a little bit faster, it stretches these guys from their comfort zones. But I think ultimately it's going to be I think it's going to be something that's so good for us, that's going to give us the ability to really be dominant in this league. And further than that, we're going through some growing pains learning how to do that. But that's part of trying to play faster. We could play slower and turn it over way less. But I think the way our team is built, playing faster, giving our guys more opportunity is where it's at, and we just got to be better at it.
Yeah, and I know the zone kind of sets you guys apart, but will man-to-man ever see a weakness this season? And what areas of the zone do you think the team needs to focus on?
Yeah, that's what's crazy. Tonight we were so good at it for so long, but then we just weren't scoring in the first half, and we were getting a ton of stops. Again, we had a couple monsters, a couple turkeys. We really were at a great place defensively, and just maybe right now our ability to hold on to it for 40 minutes might not be there. We just got to continue to stretch that. But I felt like our defense and our rotations were better. We just got to continue to work on it and get better, and to know where we have to be a little bit tougher at. I felt like they had a couple wild shots at the end of the shot clock, because we didn't have a sense of urgency. There's also a ton of plays when that ball's floating around or bouncing around in the half court that we're just not diving on it. And, you have to dive at those balls and make plays there. And, I think when we do that, we're going to be in a pretty good place. But we're just not making those plays right now. We're not anticipating them enough right now. But, again, there were points tonight where our zone was really, really good. So I'm encouraged with it. I'm encouraged what we're doing. We just got to continue to get better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.